This is Sunday Focus, a weekly public affairs program that looks at the topics affecting our society and the people who are making a change in the community each and every day. The people who have vision for the next generation. Sunday Focus presents new challenges for us, keeping you informed with topics of local and regional interest. Now the host of Sunday Focus, Christine Manica.
Good morning. Coming up on the program today, I will sit down with the new co-owners of the Sioux Falls City FC amateur women's soccer team. Soccer is growing in popularity in the Sioux Falls area, especially women's soccer. The new Sioux Falls City FC soccer team is giving women's soccer athletes a chance to compete at the next level. The Sioux Falls City FC co-owners Melissa Nelson and Emily Thomas say this organization is going to take women's soccer to the next level in Sioux Falls. This reason is because of the years of experience on the Sioux Falls FC branding, social media, coaching, and business teams. And joining us are the co-owners of this new league. It's Emily Thomas and Melissa Nelson. Good morning, you two.
Good morning.
You know, thanks for joining us here this morning. And before we get started, just tell us a little bit about yourself and this new soccer team coming to Sioux Falls.
Well, I'll go ahead and get started. My name is Melissa Nelson, and I am one of the co-owners of Sioux Falls City. My husband, Gabe, and I kind of started this journey, I would say, last summer of 21. We have a daughter that plays soccer, and we had heard that there's going to be some higher level of soccer coming to the area. Looked into that, found out that wasn't going to actually happen. So started looking into it, figuring out what would that take? Why can't we do that? And so did some research, did some digging, found out that it was absolutely a possibility, and decided we wanted to move forward with it, but decided we wanted to do that with some friends, do that with some friends that were fun, that were just as passionate about soccer as we were. So we asked Eric and Emily Thomas to join us, and just have been running with it ever since.
Yes, that is true. This is Emily, and we were asked to dinner in November by the Nelsons, and they told us about this opportunity, and we walked out of dinners really just saying, well, we're doing this, right? I mean, there was really no question and no doubt that this is something that we all felt very passionate about doing. And so we then applied after we decided to do it. We applied, and then in December, we got accepted, and it has been full throttle since then.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's been fun.
Absolutely. So besides having a passion for soccer, did you two play soccer yourselves growing up, or what gave you the love for the game?
Well, I think it's our daughters is what kind of created that passion and brought us together. So we both have daughters that are soccer players, and that's kind of how we met. Both are continuing to play soccer in college, and has just kind of fueled that passion. We both have kids in sports, and with multiple girls between the two of us, just really felt the need to provide something for women in this area. If you look around in Sioux Falls and the surrounding area, there's a lot of great sports teams, but not a lot for women. And so we want to change that.
Absolutely. So this is a part of the WPSL League. It is going to be the first amateur women's soccer team coming to the Sioux Empire. So tell us a little bit about the WPSL.
So the WPSL, it was founded in 1998, so it's been around about 24 years now. It is in U.S. and Canada. It's the largest league for women, and right now it's up to about 140 teams. There are 4 regions, 17 conferences all across the country. So we are in the Central Region, Northern Conference. We'll be playing, there are 9 teams in our conference. We'll be going to Fargo, Mankato, Rochester, and then Minneapolis area. So that's our conference.
That's going to be a whole lot of traveling then.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Not too bad. We'll have half our games will be home, half our games will be away. So yeah, not too bad.
Absolutely. So when you were coming up with this vision and saying, yes, we need something for our girls, we need something for the women to get excited about playing sports, almost professionally here in the Sioux Empire. So when you told this to your daughters, because it sounds like they were the really inspiration behind getting this league here, when you said, hey, you have a chance to continue us even when you're out of high school, maybe even when you're out of college, what was their reaction to a new league like this coming to Sioux Falls?
Excited. I mean, something new. I think they're kind of just waiting to see what all unfolds from it. But yeah, we've had a lot of interest from our daughters as well as many other girls and women in the community. So I think there's a lot of people that are really excited to see this level of soccer in our area.
And I believe it wasn't too long ago. Did you announce where the home field is going to be? Tell us a little bit about that collaboration.
We did. There are certain things that we have to make sure are available at a venue. And so we had a couple locations in mind, and we are excited to announce that we're playing at the USF Sports Complex on the football field. So at the actual stadium, we'll have locker rooms, we'll have a place for the referees. It'll be just a great atmosphere for the players, for the fans. It'll be really fun.
Absolutely. So did you reach out to USF then, or did you have schools like USF reach out to you to say, hey, like, we want to be a part of this. We want to make our field your home field?
Well, we've been reaching out. I mean, obviously, a lot of this has been new. We're creating it as we go, starting from scratch. So obviously, in the beginning, there was only very few of us that knew about this.
4 of us.
Yeah, 4 of us to be exact, and whoever's in our households. So we just started between the 2 families and all of our contacts with regards to sports and soccer. We just started making those phone calls, making those contacts, reaching out. Investigating which areas, as far as especially the venue, which ones would fit with what our needs are. And then working with those facilities, we knew we wanted it to be in Sioux Falls. We knew we wanted to have a place that not only fit the requirements, but would create a great fan experience.
Absolutely. Why bring this league now, you think, to Sioux Falls? What really prompted to say, okay, this is the year, 2022, we're going to have this team come to life?
I mean, the time is now. Soccer is huge. Soccer is exploding, especially women's soccer. Yeah, it's all over the media. The U.S. women have done amazing. It's just time. It's time, and our community needs us.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you are just listening, I'm being joined by Emily Thomas and Melissa Nelson. They are the co-owners of the new Sioux Falls SFC. I'm going to get the acronym right eventually. Soccer team, amateur soccer team for women. So let's talk about the season and the league, the team in general. Where are these players coming from? Anyone local? Anyone out of state?
So we will have both. Most of these young women will be college players. They all need a place to play during the summer and then get them ready for their seasons right away in the fall. And so we actually will be reaching out to all of the D1 programs in the country, D2, D3, anyone can come and play. We can have up to 5 players from a D1 program on the team. So we can have 5 from, say, South Dakota State, 5 from University of South Dakota, just to give an example. And then, of course, we want local talent. We want our local players to be on the team as well. So we're excited to bring the level of soccer up in this area, and to show the little girls here who want to play what it means and what it looks like to play at a level like this. Because before, our daughters never had anyone to look up to. Yeah. And so we're really excited to, I have a younger daughter too, in addition to my daughter that brought us together. So just to be able to give those little girls role models and big dreams. Yeah.
It's definitely different now, would you say, for women in sports compared to what it was couple of years ago even. Now we're getting more opportunities to be at the anchor desk or to be out more on the field. Yes. And now with the women's soccer team, you brought that up, getting that equal pay finally passed after gosh knows how many years. This is just another step in that direction. Yeah.
Exactly. Huge deal.
Yeah, and it couldn't come at a better time for us too. I mean, we have big dreams. Like, we have very big dreams for this team, for this organization, for this brand. This is just a stepping stone for us, honestly. And our vision, our goal is to be the first professional team in South Dakota for
I can
women.
see that. Absolutely.
And what a better time to do it than now.
Yeah.
And so it's really exciting to be on the front edge of something like this.
Absolutely. Now, do you have any team name ideas yet? Anything that's kind of sparking your interest? Like what you would name the team?
Well, our team name is Sioux Falls City.
Okay.
And the reason behind that is because we tossed some other names around that wasn't our first name between the four of us. But we really wanted to find a name and create an identity that was part of the city. Like, we want to give back to the city. We want the city of Sioux Falls to support us and our team. We want the fans to be coming to the games, and we want the women on the team to be part of the community. So part of when they come to play with us, part of the opportunities that we're going to provide them is being involved in the community. We're not sure what that looks like yet. We're still working on that, but that might be volunteering somewhere. That might be putting on camps for the younger girls. So we really wanted a name that represented who we are. I mean, this is our city.
Yeah, absolutely. What about a mascot? So when someone comes in, seriously, like what?
Yes.
You have the Sioux Falls City, so are we thinking like maybe a pheasant?
No,
or
no.
maybe, I don't know. What have you been thinking about that when people come and cheer on this team? Yeah.
So honestly, we know we didn't want an animal up front.
That's too basic, right?
Right.
It is too predictable.
We want to be different and unique. So one of the teams that we've actually been looking a lot at, we'll shout out here to Minneapolis City. We've been following them and kind of been inspired by what they do. And they were just Minneapolis City, and their fans came up with their mascot and their call and everything. And we're kind of hoping that happens with us. We want the fans, like we said, Melissa said, we really want to delve into the community and be a part of the community and have this be a partnership. And so we're kind of leaving it up to them what they decide.
We hope something organic kind of just arises naturally.
Yeah, sure.
So no, we're not going in there with any set or preconceived notions. We're in the process of working on our branding. We've been working on that from the very beginning since like December, working with someone that's just amazing, helping us create not just a logo, because what you see out there right now isn't our final logo.
Right.
That's our name, but that's not our
placeholder.
logo. Yeah, it's a placeholder. So we're creating a brand. And we will have with that a logo and colors, of course, but all the other marketing to go with it. So yeah, we want to create a brand identity.
So no animals.
No animals.
That's what you're telling the public right now. No matter what you decide, we do not want animals.
It's not a hard no, but
it's a soft no.
It's a soft no. Yeah.
We want to be forward thinking and just kind of leave it up to whatever naturally arises.
What about the Defenders? I kind of like that. The Defenders, maybe. Put that out there.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll put my 2 cents.
There you go. There you go.
Defenders. I don't even know why I came up with that. It just kind of popped in my head.
My soccer player, a daughter that's a soccer player, is a defender, so she'd probably be all over that.
There we go. Okay.
Yep.
So when we were talking about the new team, the Sioux Falls City, how many games? You kind of alluded that already, but how many games are typically going to be in this season?
So typically it ranges from 8 to 12. It's a very short season, and it changes every year. So since we cannot give the actual schedule out yet, we can just say it's anywhere between 8 and 12.
Just anywhere. Just expect a lot of those games, pretty much. Half here and then half being on
half
the road.
Here, half on the road.
We already talked about all that traveling. What about a championship? Any sort of championship that the girls are working towards the end of the season? Yeah,
so we will be playing, hopefully, after the regular season. There is a regional tournament. Or the regional tournament, is July 16th, 17th, something like that. And then the actual national championship would be July 24th, 23rd, 24th.
Yeah, and then eventually when that championship is over, the girls have the opportunity to go back to school and get ready for their upcoming season, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
And that starts, for most of them, early August.
Right.
Yeah.
They report back to school and start with their college level teams.
Have you talked to maybe some potential players and maybe even coaches? Like you were talking about USD and SDSU saying, hey, we're going to bring this opportunity to Sioux Falls. What are your thoughts about it? Do you want to maybe do some sort of like a collaboration with that?
Yeah, we have reached out to some of the coaches initially, the local coaches, to kind of introduce ourselves as the owners, let us know who we are, that we're here, create that excitement for the coaches and their teams. And then we just hired some coaching staff. So we've got kind of our technical staff in place, which is super exciting. And so they now are hitting the ground running, working on that recruiting piece, reaching out to those college coaches, putting out information that the players can complete and express their interest in. So yeah, all that stuff is literally happening like right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We'll have a player interest form, so anyone who wants to play, who's interested, can fill that out on our website. We've gotten calls and emails from players who are interested in playing, so it's definitely something that has been wanted and needed. So yeah,
Absolutely. And just for clarification too, this is just for college age athletes, or no?
The average age range is 18 to 25, 26.
Okay, yeah.
So most of these young women are in college, but some of these women, when their college careers are over, they still want to pursue a professional career.
Sure.
And so this is an opportunity for them to train at this high level to get there. And that's our goal, is to get our players to the next level.
Probably any athlete out of college, they still have that competitive itch. You know, I still
Absolutely.
have that competitive itch. So to have a team like this come to Sioux Falls, it's going to feed that need probably too for a lot of those, retired quote unquote college athletes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you are just listening to us, Emily Thomas and Melissa Nelson, they are the co-owners of the new Sioux Falls City FC. So when you approached the WPSL, they probably were thinking, where is Sioux Falls? What is this new team? Tell us more about it. So what got them interested in saying, yeah, we'll bring you a team to Sioux Falls?
Yeah. When we did our initial research before we applied, did some checking with the WPSL League and, looked at the geography, talked to them. They were very excited for us to consider bringing a team here to this area. It fits in with the geography here in the central area. So we have some teams that we can easily be playing. So they were very excited that we were looking at bringing this opportunity in. And then even just our research, touching base with other coaches of other PSL teams, from coast to coast in the United States, every one of them were like, you have to do this. You need to do this. You won't regret it. This needs to be done.
Yeah.
So yeah, and those were other teams within the league.
Yeah, within our conference. I mean, that we will say that the coaches and the owners of the other teams have been so welcoming and so helpful, and they just want this league and this opportunity for women to continue to grow.
Right.
So it's been really fun to be a part of that.
Sure.
For us.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Now, besides having the athletes have this opportunity, what about for the community? What sort of opportunities does this team bring to the city of Sioux Falls?
Well, we are working on that. We got a lot of plates in the air right now, which is fun. We are doing a lot of work in that area. We're reaching out to a lot of organizations, a lot of businesses, a lot of individuals regarding sponsorship. So we have different sponsorship levels where if people or businesses want to get involved, we can, partner with them that way. Because of course it takes a lot of support to bring a team like this, and we want to do this right. We want to do it right from the beginning. So, and that involves, housing, that involves travel, that we want to make sure that we can support all of those pieces that we're putting into place. So sponsorship is huge. Also, we are, like I had mentioned earlier, and I think Emily said too, we're working on getting into the community and seeing how we can give back, how we can support the community, finding those areas where maybe we can bring the players in and have them work with, say, younger girls, bring them to different areas of the city that maybe aren't as able to get to, the camps or the clubs. And so, yeah, we really want to do a lot of work within the city.
Is this going to be an economic impact for the city too, just bringing in a new team?
So right away, probably not. We as owners don't expect to make any money this year at all.
or probably for several years, honestly.
But we know that our vision, it could have a huge impact on our city. I mean, if we have a professional women's soccer team here, that brings people all over the country. That brings different teams, and that elevates us, our city. And so it will take everyone's support from the beginning to get to that goal. And we're doing our best to, like Melissa said, create it, start it the right way, do things the right way to make people want to be a part of this dream with us. In our research that we did with our branding guy, Arsenio, one of the things that each of us came back with was how supportive Sioux Falls, the community, is with sports teams.
Oh, yeah.
They're amazing. And so that really inspired us to make that part of our vision, is to include the community, because we're nothing without our community.
Right.
And so just if every business, if everybody just was a part of it, then that we want to make them proud. And we want to be proud of them. We want to be part of something bigger than all of us, individually. And so we were just really inspired with how the community comes together for teams. And as the first women's team, we thought, oh my gosh, we could really do some things.
We could have a big
special.
impact.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're going to inspire the new generation of soccer players for girls. You're going to inspire a whole community to maybe even go out and pick up a soccer ball themselves, because, you grow up watching sports. You grow up as a kid playing sports like soccer, and that will find that passion in the city to say, yeah, soccer is a big deal here in the Sioux Empire. Now, this next question, I know it probably has nothing to do with the league, but it's kind of hard not to bring it up with everything going on. So, COVID. Now, did COVID play an impact at all about bringing the team in, or not really, since you kind of thought of the idea after we were kind of in that endemic stage, so to speak?
So far, we haven't really been impacted by it.
Yeah.
Just because we are coming into the league here, at the end of, 21? December of 21 was when we essentially were created. So at this point, it really hasn't impacted us. I mean, we'll see going forward what that looks like once, especially, we get, our team put together and on the field here in May. Hopefully, COVID's going to be a distant memory, but, we'll see.
Absolutely.
So.
Now, speaking about taking on the field this season, that was going to be my next question. Are you going to play this year?
Yes, we plan on being on the pitch in May.
In May, do you have a date in mind yet, or you can't say it
can't
just
say
yet?
The league has to release all of that.
Yeah.
So as teams, we've been working together, and now the league, it's in their hands to create that final schedule. So that will be out in March here, mid-March. We will expect to see that from the league, and once they put that out there, then we can start putting it out there.
Are you already kind of finalizing those players, the coaches potentially? And if so, I know you mentioned in the beginning that you want to allow these players to be local, but if they're coming maybe from out of state or a few hours out of town, do you plan to do some sort of a housing program, house program?
So I will speak to the coaching staff. We have named a technical director, Joe DeMay, and he is out of Minneapolis area. He comes to us with a wealth of soccer experience and knowledge, and we're beyond excited to have him as our technical director. And then our head coach is Dale Weiler. He is also an amazing coach. We feel very blessed to have him coaching our young women. Joe and Dale are going to be looking for an assistant coach, and that will then, finish our coaching team. We have a director of player personnel, James Oppenheimer. He also he will be kind of dealing and helping with the registration of the players and all of that stuff. And then I guess we'll say Joel Kaskinen is our social media and communications. We call him our guru. So,
Oh, yes.
that is our team, and we're really excited. We have surrounded ourselves with amazing people. So, I will let Melissa speak as far as the housing, which is a really unique and something that we're doing a little bit different.
Sure. Yeah.
So one thing that we are offering the women that come to play is obviously if they're local, they won't need housing because they'll be obviously local. But for those coming in that need a place to stay, we are working on finding housing options. So we want to ideally create choices. So whether that be living in a house situation with some other girls, kind of like an Airbnb situation, we are also working on some dorms that they could be in as well. That would include some food money with that, and then also host families. So we know that the soccer community is huge here. Both of our girls grew up playing in Dakota Alliance, and so we have lots of strong ties and connections, even though we're separate from Dakota Alliance. They are a club. We have connections there as well, and know there's a lot of great families that would make amazing hosts to these young women. So we want to have options for these girls because we know everybody has a different need, and with the different ages, they might prefer different situations. So yeah, the goal is to give them some choice with regards to where they'll live.
Absolutely. If you are just listening, I am with Melissa Nelson and Emily Thomas. They are the co-owners of the Sioux Falls City FC. Now, before we wrap this up, thank you. Before we wrap this up, let's just think about when you first created this dream and now it's becoming a reality. What are the emotions just going through your head with now seeing this come to fruition?
Wow, a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I can tell, yes.
I think, speaking for myself, and I think for both of us, when we started this, we thought this is going to be a great opportunity for women to play soccer. And as we have gotten further and further into it, we've realized how important it is what this team, what this brand, what this organization is bringing. And so it's kind of it's surreal, honestly. And it's important, it's surreal, it's super fun.
Yeah.
We have an amazing time together.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. But it's become, I think, bigger than what any of us anticipated.
Yes.
It's now a responsibility. It's like something that, we are open and excited about, but that we are bringing not just to the women on the field, but to young girls, to the community. It's a responsibility. Like this needs to be done, and we're going to do it.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity for the girls and the female athletes here in the Sioux Falls area. Now, I know that you guys are very active on social media because of Joel, you mentioned him. And you always keep the city very much up to date about what's going on with the team. Whenever the schedule comes out, you'll give them an update on that. So if anybody wants more information about the Sioux Falls City FC team, what are the social media pages that they can follow you on, or even a website to go check out too?
So everything's at Sioux Falls City. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, Facebook. Our website is a placeholder right now. We're working on that as we've just kind of finalized our logo and colors. But yeah, at Sioux Falls City is where you can find us.
All right, awesome. Once again, Melissa Nelson and Emily Thomas, they are the co-owners of the Sioux Falls City FC. Now, ladies, anything else you would like to say to the community?
We are just super excited to be bringing this to Sioux Falls and the area, and we can't wait for May.
Yeah.
We're on the pitch.
Hope to see y'all on the pitch. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thanks for joining us this morning, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.